What's up, guys? I want to do a short video. I know this is not anything like my normal content. I actually made a playlist for videos like this, like, raw videos without any edits or background music or any of that fancy stuff. But just talking, and if you mess up, then, that's that. Because at the end of the day, we're flawed in some kind of way. But I do want to make videos like this as well, especially if I have a random thought. That's why I titled the playlist Random Thoughts. So I'm just outside. It's actually been reaching in the 90s. This is what it looks like right now. It was supposed to be raining all day this week, but you can see an airplane is right there. I don't know if y'all guys can see it, but it's supposed to be overcast this whole week and raining. But tomorrow it might be raining, but it'll definitely be overcast because you can kind of see the clouds rolling in now. But anyway, we're already a minute into this video. What should I start off with? It's a lot of things I can talk about. I have a lot on my mind. When you want to stay in tune with what else is going on, things have a habit of getting neglected. That's what I've been noticing. That's why I haven't been posting as much news on my channel. Now I'm getting back to it, but it's just gone so much to the point. It's like I can't even focus on any other things that's going on in my life. I gotta stay in tune. Regardless, people gonna do what they're gonna do. Politicians, out of our control. The economy, out of our control. You just try to, me, when I go to fill up the gas in my car, I have to try to, you know what? Before it gets to halfway, let me just keep it from going past halfway, because I'm telling you, I do not want to be paying to fill up a full tank of gas because it's near the empty sign. So that's what I've been trying to do, so that way I won't be paying so much. Can pay for it before it gets halfway. But anyway, I'm like I said, I'm just talking about random things and what's been going on. Oh man, I'll get to see this side. Y'all get to see the edited videos and all that stuff, but sometimes you really gotta be real and authentic. You can put a facade on YouTube, be like, you're this perfect person, no flaws. Hey, I'm flawed. I'm flawed. Just look at me. I'm flawed. I'm flawed. Do I really want to talk? Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. Like, for example, if I hear cars passing by, like, I'm actually near the street. But anyways, there's some stories I'm just trying to stay on top of, but at the same time, I'm still trying to keep my sanity. This whole thing with the what do I want? What was I trying to talk about? It's gonna come back to me. But just to mention some other, like, more recent things. The whole thing with India and Pakistan. Look, Trump already said, we are not going to get ourselves into any unnecessary wars. If two countries are fighting against each other over something so frivolous, with India and Pakistan, I did my, some research. They've had their known conflicts in the past over a certain, like, province, I think. But I'm gonna do like a separate video. But I'm just having random thoughts and just having a raw, unedited video, just saying what comes to mind. But that's something definitely to look into. I'm still trying to figure out why they fighting over that part of the region. But Trump already said we're not going to get ourselves into that. Rightfully so, because look, I try not to talk, make this whole thing be like, oh, Biden this, Biden, and Trump this, Trump that. I mean, we already have enough finger pointing. But just to be real with you, we're not supporting war. And Trump already laid down the line. We're not supporting war at all, regardless of who it is. But this whole thing of Israel, because of Abraham Accords that we signed back in I think it was 1980 something. I know I wasn't born. Oh, that's a hummingbird. I know I wasn't born, but I know it was definitely like between 1980s or 70s. It was one of those decade periods. Or as my dad would say, the good old days, because things were much simpler back then, which I can understand, even though I'm, in my own I'm Gen Z. We're in this generation, but anyway, yeah. But I totally disagree with what's going on in Israel, and I don't support that. All the Republicans, like I said, I would say that I'm an independent conservative. I will not put myself in a Democrat, and I will not put myself fully Republican. But I definitely won't put myself on the left, because we already know majority of the everything that they've done has been so diabolical on so many levels. But I do not agree with the whole Israel thing. Now, another thing I don't agree with that they're trying to do is make everything so religious. That is going to lead to church and state being reunited again. That's why this country was founded, because we were fleeing persecution in Europe. This whole thing about private schools being funded by taxpayers, there was some opposition. Like, people actually said, why all of a sudden, like, we're funding a private school, but out of all schools, a Catholic school. Why not any other religious schools, like Muslim, or just any other religion? And I actually agree with that, but I can also understand that the reason why they're doing that, because everything has just been so immoral, what's been done the past 4 years. I understand that, but when you reunite church and state, we haven't learned from the dark ages. We haven't learned. That's going to force people, it's eventually going to lead people to have to go to church on one day. This will have to be something that this is another topic I would definitely have to go over in another video. This is very important. And I was just hearing something on the radio today about that they did a survey on people who read the Bible from back to end, from cover to cover, or pretty much from Genesis to Revelation, all the 66 books. They were saying, okay, well, how many people read the Bible from front to back 2 times or 1 time? And there was, there was some amount of people that did. And I'm not saying this to, boast or brag, but I did. But when I read it the second time, there were things that I did not see, like in certain verses. I'm like, why did I see that the first time? So that's what I'm saying. Every time you're going back, you learn something new. But also, you have to pray for understanding at the same time. There's still more things that need to be learned. You know, life is a learning process. But yeah, it's just a lot going on. Yeah, now going back to that. They they're making everything to be, and that's another thing. The whole Catholic church right now, they had to elect a new pope because Pope Francis had passed away last month, and this is the first American. He's American Peruvian, the first one, and there's some symbolic name behind Leo, because there was a Leo before, but I forgot. I got, like I said, so that's a separate video that I will do. But I know I'm using so many filler words. I'm just trying to figure out what to say next, because this is like a raw unedited video. But anyway, yeah, that have to be something I talk about in another video. Now, one of the things I just read earlier about Carmelo Anthony and the whole Austin Metcalf tragedy. This guy still gets to graduate. Even though he won't attend graduation ceremony, he's still gonna graduate. He'll get his diploma. So, I mean, what's he gonna get with the diploma, huh? I mean, this thing had turned to like a whole race thing. There was a whole bunch of crazy people on TikTok. I have not been on that app in like 3 weeks, and I know there's crazy people on there that were actually celebrating this. Like, who does some kind of sick ish like that? Just celebrate somebody's death all because they're white. But guess what? If things were in the reverse order, and Austin Metcalf was black and then Carmelo Anthony was white, you already know he would have been receiving a whole bunch of heat from everyone. This just shows you how double standards are working towards the black side. And look, I understand about, the past, but this doesn't have anything to do with, we're getting revenge for what the white people did to us. And I'm so sick and tired of black people thinking that way. I'm so sick of that, man. You don't fight racism or racism. That's like adding fuel to the fire. We already got enough division in this country. And for people to make these dumb videos celebrating, that's not helping, because guess what? Guess who else watches the videos? White people. That makes it 10 times worse. They got to see that and be like, oh, well, black people don't care. Well, I guess we don't really have to care at all. See, there you go. But I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. I just wanted to talk about some things briefly, but definitely going to get back to doing regular content so that way I can have articles, and definitely have things in order versus just jumping all over the place. But I do like doing videos like this sometimes too. But yeah, let me know any opinions, and even if y'all have any stories or just anything that y'all found in the news to come up in, let's see if I can look into it. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. To the next video. Sign out. Later.